Hello and welcome to our news channel, the Pigeon Duiwe News TV. Today we are at the Alberton Homing Society, a pigeon racing club. It is a test race today. Each fencer is going to be bringing 2 birds for the test race. We are here at the club waiting for the fencers to come in and to kickstart the season. The season of the 2021 is starting with this test race, and we're waiting for the fencers. Some of the fencers are coming through, and we'll see who wins the race. The Alberton Homing Society is one of the best clubs in South Africa, with very prominent fencers, with very great bloodlines. The birds they have very good bloodlines. We'll wait for the fencers as they come, and also a fencer that will be joining us, which is the club chairman of the Alberton Homing Society, Mr. Mark Kitchenbrand. We'll be talking to him when he arrives. Stay tuned. Welcome to the Pigeon Duiwe News TV. Joining me now is the chairman of the Alberton Homing Society, 11-time winner of the federation and other races as well, Mark Kitchenbrand. How are you, sir?
I'm fantastic, and you?
Well, thanks. Today we're basketing, a test race for its opening of the season. Now, what should we expect from the Alberton Homing Society going forward, since this is the kickoff, if you can call it?
Yeah, so obviously Alberton Homing Society is one of the most powerful clubs in the country, and people actually fear to come and fly here.
Yeah.
You know, last year I think I won 11 federations. But the rest of the club also won a couple. You know, Gijs Lou won the union averages. I won the federation averages. In the combine, we ended up, I won it, Gijs was second, his next team was third, mine was fifth. So we dominated. I won the single bird, all bird, short, middle, long distance in the federation. And Gijs, like I said, he won the union averages. So this is a very, very strong club. Predominantly very strong. I've won the averages now 3 years in a row in the Fed. So yeah, if you come and fly here, you become a man.
Yeah. Now, talking about becoming a man, is it because of the number of fanciers you have in the club, or is it the quality of the birds that each member might have that makes this club one of the best clubs in the country?
I think ultimately it's the fact that the Alberton Homing Society, we fly at such a high level, competitiveness. You know, men want to win. We don't want to be second. Yeah. You know, second is like kissing your sister. It's not the same. Yeah. So it's the competitiveness between the members, firstly. Secondly, we put an extreme amount of energy and effort into the pigeons. We are professionals. You know, if you look at Gijs Lou and Formain, they work extremely hard. I work extremely hard. So it's about buying the best genetics in the world, and then obviously working extremely hard. You know, we as a club pride ourselves in our abilities and working hard, and obviously there's a camaraderie. You know, we help each other. People will think that we fly at the highest level, we don't help each other. It's not true. We'll help each other. Between us, we'll talk and say, this is what's going on. Maybe you've got it in your loft, and we try and assist our members. Yes, we're not a big club. We're 13 members, but it's quality members. And we're very competitive.
And now, as you chairman, you were elected to be chairman as 2 years ago.
That's correct.
And since you've been chairman, what are the challenges that you faced being a chairman of the club?
I think with COVID as a chairman, one of the challenges was some of our members from a financial point of view, you know, to try and assist them and to assist other clubs, because it's not only about our club. It's about, you know, it doesn't help. Alberton has got 13 members and the other members are not there. Yeah. You know, so it's to try and assist people, help people, educate them with regards to results, how to, you know, feed their pigeons, how to exercise their pigeons, you know, and a lot of our members do that. You know, our other members assist each other as well. So it's a very camaraderie in our club is a very important thing. You know, we want to become a family. COVID last year separated us. We weren't allowed to do certain things, and I think it learned us. I learned a lot about my fellow members and what they're going through, and how can we help and how can we assist with clocks and rings and this and that. And so as a chairman, it taught me to become humble, to realize that, you know, at the end of the day, we're all human beings and we're all trying to survive. You know? So yeah, that was the biggest challenge, I think, for me personally, was to identify these challenges our members are going through.
No, that's fantastic. And we're looking, of course, we were all hit by COVID.
100%.
Are there any measures that we put in place as a club going forward? Because some of the norms we had to change.
Yeah, 100%. So in our club, you will see we prescribe to the COVID regulations fully. We're now on camera, obviously, so we don't have our masks on, but generally, you know, we sanitize, we come in, we do the things correctly, we put the relevant shields up, we make sure that our contact is limited at the club. And I think that's important, you know, because at the end of the day, it's about showing other people also the respect that we have for each other. Yeah. Because to have my mask on, it's not only for me, it's the respect I have for you. Yeah. Because I might have contracted. The thing about this virus that people forget is that the gestation period is 10 days. So you could have it and you feel great, but you're already transmitting. And I think that respect thing between each other is of importance.
No, that's fantastic. And now talking about being a fancier.
Yes.
As you mentioned, you've won almost every race there is in club level. And as a fancier, what's your advice for a startup?
So it's always been the same. From day one, in the first interview you did with me, I've always said, identify a member that you can associate yourself with, because we all have different personalities, you know. Identify a very strong member that's doing the job, that's getting it done. Become, you know, go to him, ask him for assistance, because that's the right way. Genetically acquire the best genetics that you can get. You know, and normally if you associate yourself to these top fanciers, you know, a lot of them at the end of the season, they have extra birds, they can't keep them all, and those genetics are better than what you've got. And then see genetically if you can get the best, and then obviously ask him for the help to help you, to teach you how to feed, how to train, how to do all of these things. I think I've identified 5 categories that you have to become a professor in. First is genetics, the best quality pigeon you can get. Secondly, it's the best food sources you can get. Thirdly, it's the best water that you can give your birds. Fourthly, it's the best medication you can give your birds. And fifthly, it's the management. How does my loft look? How do I build my loft? What direction must it face? How do I train my pigeons? When do I feed? How do I feed? You know, all of those small things will make you a champion. So when you're a startup, my advice is to identify a person and then associate yourself with that and go from there.
I hear you, and those are very important features that a fancier must have. And Mark, as you've been racing throughout the years, I believe it's plus 20 years?
No. I started late. My family has been flying from 1907. We're the oldest family in South Africa. So it's 114 years. My father from 1966, my 2 brothers from 1989. I only started in 2004, so it's now 17 years that I've been flying. Well, this will be the 17th year. So yeah, I've been very fortunate because I could acquire the best genetics. You know, you must remember something, you know, people think racing pigeons is about you and the pigeon. It's not true. Racing pigeon is God's favorite animal. You can tell me what you want. This bird can fly at 160 kilometers an hour. You can see 360 degrees. You know, if he injures himself, he self-generates, he regenerates. I mean, he goes from a baby to a fully fledged in 21 days. He can smell 900 kilometers, the area that he lives, directly 10 kilometers. I mean, this is God's favorite animal. If you think of Noah's Ark, bird went out, came back with a leaf. That's the homing pigeon. So if you don't have respect for your pigeons and you don't have the love for God in your loft, you'll never become a champion. Because it's all about respect. You know, those are all animals. They don't know they're going to fly 800 kilometers, you know. And you need to prepare him correctly. And if you don't prepare him with God's grace, they will never fly for you. So my loft belongs to God, and I fly for God, and I fly for my fellow man. That's the way I see it.
Very profound words from the club chairman of the Alberton Homing Society, Mark Kitchenbrand. And how do you see the season? How do you think it's going to go well?
Well, hopefully COVID doesn't surprise us with a level 3 or level 4 or something, because I know there's a third wave, they're talking about it. That will be, obviously, it will be devastating, because you've done all the preparation, you've done all the work, you've spent all the money. So hopefully we can have a normal season. I believe this is going to be a hard season because we had a lot of rain. And normally when we have a lot of rain, we have a lot of headwinds and a lot of cold in the country. So the benefit of the lot of rain is there's water on the road, which helps the pigeons. We know we're in a semi-desert area. The Karoo, all of these places are semi-desert. So a lot of rain helps us, but at the same time, I believe it's going to be a hard season. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We've all prepared our birds, and now the men get separated from the boys. Simple.
Yeah, no, well said, like a champion. Mark, thanks for your time. Do you have any last words that you wish to give out to our youth, to the nation, words of hope to the Fanciers? We have down in Cape Town most of, Fanciers that are racing in unfortunate circumstances.
Yeah.
So do you have any last words that you can...
So I think from my side, I've always tried to share my pigeons and the opportunity to acquire the pigeons.
Yeah.
And I know Samuel Lofts also does exactly the same. He tries to help people that don't have access to the genetics. My advice for these pigeon fanciers is, firstly, trust in God. Secondly, set yourself a goal and never give up. Because, it's so easy to say, I don't have this and I don't have that. Rather look at what you've got and work with that. And if you open your hands, if you learn to give, you will receive. It's just, you cannot receive if your hands are closed. So learn to give, help others, and the help will come your way.
Thanks to Mark Kitchenbrand for your time.
No problem.
A club known to produce champions, that, as the chairman has said, a club that separates the boys from the men. Stay tuned to Pigeon Duiwe News TV. Remember to subscribe to our channel, like and share with your fellow friends and family. Stay tuned.